I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a Gamu. The orange blood on my tongue. Digging is a warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark then I bet you I'ma blow up. But throw my name around, get stupid then you go dumb. No rest for the weary, a bunch of sitting in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up, I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you need to set the con. Straight rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle clans get defeated. Hot in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy ball. Bad attitude like Marakas, my whole to the A. And I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show, 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And this has all been moved over. Hold on. Let me get my camera is not in frame. Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. All right, 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're on the West Coast. Get up. You already know that the early bird, I'm sorry, y'all. The early bird gets the worm. And today, I'm going to just talk about one thing James Gunn needs to do. And it's so simple. But one thing James Gunn needs to do, that should be completely different than his MCU outing in this new DCU that he's created. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, and I'm going to get into it. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man, Heavy Gant. We're getting ready for the holiday season. But before we do all of that, the real question is, all right, let me get this thing. Like I said, I got to get some of this in focus. Make sure that, hold on, yo, because some of this stuff has been moved slightly, and got to get everything back on track. Back on track. There we go. Let's move some of this stuff around. I didn't notice it until I got on camera, because I don't get to see myself, once I get on. I don't do like tests or anything like that. I leave everything the same and then get on and do my thing. But now that we're good, I look all right. I got my coffee over here. I'm good now. I'm good. Let me put this down real quick. All right. We good right now. We good. All right, let me see who's all in the house. Let me see who is all up in here. Roberta, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Priscilla, good morning, good morning, good morning. Aisha, good morning, Aisha. Tracy Woods, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Emmanuel, good morning. Good to see you up here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Xavier Phoenix, good morning, good morning. All right, so I was yesterday. I was watch. I mean, I watched the Superman trailer, but I went on, and I really don't be on Facebook like that. But I just so happened to get on Facebook. Tommy, what's good? Good morning. Good morning. I just so happened to get on Facebook, right, and just look at the comment section of the new Superman um 2025 trailer, right? Just to see what the consensus is. What is on people's minds when they're looking at this movie. And of course, you're gonna have your Snyder cut, your Snyder fans, which not mad at them. Not mad at them at all. But they got delivered on what they asked for. They legitimately got delivered on what they wanted a Snyder cut. They got a Snyder cut. You know what I mean? I'm a T'Challa recast T'Challa fan. What do I get? So I ain't mad at them, but I'm like, come on, dog. They had the opportunity, and Warner Brothers decided to go in a different direction. So I did see something that was quite interesting. Never fails though. But it was just it every time this conversation pops up, it intrigues me because it intrigues me to the point where I'm starting to it's you start to see it so much, and it's not a lot. It's just that pocket. So, Mr. Terrific being announced as, a big part of this new DC movie, in a big part of this DCU, um, started to raise some eyebrows. Why is he going on here? And the racist trolls did the racist trolls, which I'm gonna be honest with you. I think sometimes a lot of this are bots because you go and click on their page or whatever, and it's not a lot of followers or nothing like that. They look like they just made the account like within the last couple months. It's not a lot. Patrick Tyler, you're entitled to your opinion. I think the trailer looked amazing, but that's just my personal opinion, and you have the right to have yours. Um, so they were mad that Mr. Terrific is getting some shine in this movie. And they're like, well, it's Mr. Terrific, and then now that you see Guy Gardner in there and you see Hawk Girl in there, are they going to take away from the character of Superman? And is this DEI with Mr. Terrific? Now, this is where James Gunn has to come in. And what's up, brother Juma? What's good? This is where James Gunn has to come in and completely nail this. He needs to nail the overall consensus of the diversity in his universe and how he's going to do it better than Marvel. He has to nail this, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying he needs to nail this, because you want, and I like the fact that Mr. Terrific is in his universe. Actually, I like the fact that Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner's Green Lantern are already in this universe. These guys are already established in this universe. Why? You're not forcing some type of diversity. You're not saying, hey, I got a woman over here. Look, here's woman. She's doing stuff, woman. So you can't complain because woman here, right? Kind of like, honestly, what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You got the black guy in there. Oh, look, we got a brother in here. Look, he even has an afro. Look, he's back power. What I like about this trailer is that there was no dialogue to go along with it. You're seeing visuals. And to me, the biggest thing about movies, which I, disagree with Mr. Patrick there, is that the visuals of the Superman trailer look amazing. The colors pop, all of that. That's what I that I liked about the trailer, because it looks visually stunning, right? And especially when you get up and you look at the visual style of, let's just say, Justice League, right? When Justice League came, the tones are all over the place. Man of Steel's tones are all over the place because you get certain saturations and stuff like that. It looks like a dull ass universe. That the Justice League universe, the DCEU, looks like a place I wouldn't want to visit at all. Nowhere, no how, nope. Where's the, like, you don't get a visually stunning look into Wonder Woman 1984, where they don't saturate the color palette. Even Wonder Woman's color palette is very saturated, especially when you start getting to the fight scenes and different things like that. You're like, damn, this is dull. So I do like the fact that it's bright, it's colorful, all of that. With that being said, it shouldn't just be just the visuals. When you introduce these characters in a way where the audience doesn't feel like it's forced. One thing about Marvel is Marvel wanted to really ramp up the diversity. You already had Black Widow in your franchise, right? You already had it in your franchise, but yet you waited to make her solo movie. So then when the solo movie comes, they're like, this is 5 years too late. I don't even care anymore. Even though I liked it, the box office numbers say something different. And again, the box office numbers were skewed for Wonder Woman because they had a day and day release. Day in the theaters, day on streaming because of the pandemic. And remember, we were stuck in the house. So a lot of people weren't going around spending money to go see that. So I can understand why her box office numbers is low. But I also can understand why the audience is like, too late. Then you have the debauchery, the debacle of Black Panther. And we already know how that went, right? We're not going to recast the actor, so we're just going to make his sister the Black Panther because they did it in the comics. Yeah, they did it in the comics, but Black Panther didn't die either. They didn't do that in the comics, but you're going to push this one thing but say, well, this is just a story we want to tell. Remember, Nate? This is a story we want to tell. Trash-ass story, horrible-ass decision, but hey, go ahead, player. Then you do the multiverse of, Captain America. You make Peggy Carter now Captain Britain. No problem with that, whatever. But you're doing this to placate to an audience, just like Morph. Morph wasn't gay. He wasn't ambiguous sexuality, pansexual, ambiguous in his sexuality, nothing like that in the original animated series. But Bo DeMayo decided to put his own spin based probably on his own personal experience on a character that was not like that in the original series. I don't believe he was like that in the comics. I don't have any problem with exploring a character, but when you're doing stuff to satisfy a base, to say, hey, we're not against gay people, we're not against blacks, we're not against whites, or we're not against this, that, and the other, and you're just forcing, it's not natural. It's not a natural characterization. I will tell you the best thing that the best thing that they did with this particular characterization of not forcing somebody, but letting the character be natural, is what they did with Agatha. with Billy, we know Billy is gay in the comics, but they didn't force his sexuality on you in the Agatha show to say, look, we got the gay, the LGBT community, don't get mad at us. Look what we got here. He's gay. They didn't push it, like they didn't make his sexuality bigger than the character and the character arc that he's going through, right? They didn't make that, if you get what I'm saying. So what James Gunn needs to nail is the way he does diversity and not just say, hey, look what we're doing here. Naturally progression with these particular characters. You got all the, what was so great about James Gunn's and Peter Safran's situation in Warner Brothers with the DC characters, unlike Disney with the Marvel characters, they have their whole slate of characters that they can use. There's not one character that they got to borrow from somebody. They got to write a check to somebody. They got all of their characters. Why is that important? Because then you can be able to raise up a character like Static Shock. If you want your Spider-Man, you want the young character that's going through and gotta survive and all of that, you got Static Shock and you got Blue Beetle. They already did Blue Beetle, and the end of the DCEU did not make a ton of money, but what I understand is that James wants to bring that character over to the DCU, which I hope he does, because I think he and a different writing team could be able to do that way better. I'm not saying Blue Beetle was bad either. Blue Beetle wasn't bad. I actually enjoy Blue Beetle. You know what I mean? But I knew it wasn't going anywhere. So it's hard to enjoy it when you know that this is the end. This is the end of the DCU. Here, DCEU, here, enjoy this movie. It's not going to happen. You're not going to enjoy something that you know good and well that nothing is going to come from this afterward. After it's done, this is it. Here I stand. I'm the light of the world. I feel grand. But I like Blue Beetle. So if James Gunn wants to continue with Blue Beetle, he could pull that and bring him into this new DCU universe. Already established. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just bring him over. Just bring him over naturally. You know what I mean? And now you have your Mexican superhero that nobody's going to be looking like, if this is just a DEI, this is basically a DEI hire. This is just to satisfy the masses. Like, legitimately, with Namor, making him Namor, and making him, Mexican Aztecan heritage. That's not in the like, you're changing stuff just to say we're satisfying the fan base. This is what Marvel does. So to counter that, James Gunn, what I would suggest, you already got Mr. Terrific. Now, give Mr. Terrific a HBO show. You know what I mean? Slow cook all these characters. You know what I mean? Slow cook all these characters. And what I mean by that, I just went and watched episode 4 of Creature Commando, right? In episode 4 of Creature Commando was very interesting because you introduced the Weasel character's backstory, which we did not get that in the what was it? The Suicide Squad. So you introduce this character, you start to see very much a tragic backstory with this character. And I'm gonna bring some of this up. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna share my screen. There's gonna be no dialogue. If you've been around long enough, I would just skip through it. But it's gonna make sense what I'm saying. What James Gunn needs to do, he needs to nail this because he's already doing this with Creature Commando. He's already has the elements together to be able to do this. So this is going to be a 2-in-1 when I'm doing this, because this is going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make a lot of sense in the aspect of what he's already doing in this universe, right? So in this universe right now, this new DCU, especially now that we're started with Creature Commando, is that Rick Flag is going to be in the Superman movie. So we already know that whatever happens in here, you ought to be Rick Flag is going to be all right. We at least we know that. Don't know about everybody else. But we know Rick Flag is going to be all right. And of course, in here, he's with the princess and he's flirting, he's getting his feelings involved, and yada 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 and all of that. But in this particular episode, and I'm skimming through this for a reason, I'm not going to have say too much on this episode. But of course, in this particular episode, they're going to go. They get the premonition that that the world is going to end, and the princess is going to be this evil person who's going to rain down her terror on the whole entire world with Gorilla Gord, which is a dope, super dope cameo. But of course, Frankenstein is going to do his shenanigans because he think Rick Flag is macking on the bride, and he wigs out, and he's the biggest simp of all time. But in this episode, you actually get to see, you know, Weasel's backstory. And Weasel's backstory is very tragic. The reason why it's very tragic because number one, he was already established in the Suicide Squad movie. You know, he ran off somewhere and then he ended up right back in his facility, you know, with Amanda Waller. Now he's part of, you know, the Creature Commandos, right? Now, of course, in this scene, this is where Cersei is going to give the premonition to Amanda Waller. She's going to let her inside of her head, you know, and allow her to see the premonition of the world ended. But, you know, you get to see Weasel's flashbacks on these kids because, again, we were told that he killed 27 children, that he ate them, right? Which is absolutely a lie. We don't know his back. We don't know how he got like that. We don't know if he's a mutated weasel. We don't know if he's a man weasel, you know, unless we know his comic book origins, unless you know the comic book origins. In the show does not distinguish if he's a man or anything. They just call him John Doe because they don't know what he is. They just call him Weasel. But in this flashback, you start to understand that, you know, that Weasel was having fun with these kids, you know, they fed them just like any animal. You know, you feed them and they start to take towards you because you're feeding them. Of course, they're going to like you, you know. So the children took a liking to Weasel, and he took a liking to them. So, of course, and this is the scene I do want to show because this is what she saw in this particular flashback, right? That these people are going to rain terror all over. And the reason why I'm showing this because the Superman trailer did drop, and you're going to see certain things. So they bomb New York, or that's Metro. Maybe that's New York. Maybe that's Metropolis. I'm not for sure, but her soldiers don't look weak now. It don't look nowhere close to weak and meek and silly. And where's the beef? They're not doing that, right? Gorilla Gore is sitting right here with the princess. That's huge. Not just in his stature, but this is huge. But the simple fact is, who is Gorilla Gore's arch? Who is the nemesis to Gorilla Gore? Well, the Flash. You know what I mean? So we know that the Flash is going to come. That's going to be recast because I'd be damn he bring back Ezra Miller. Now that's the only thing that I will boycott is if Gorilla God it's a Gore to God. But if Ezra Miller ever comes back as Flash, I'm boycotting. Gore, tomato. But we already know they literally got the humans enslaved, and they start peeling caps. Pop, 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 pow. You know what I mean? Pop, pop, pop. I mean, people with babies, all of that. Daily Planet, that's Metropolis. And that's the same look at the Daily Planet that we just seen in the teaser trailer for the Superman trailer. Going to watch the DC, pow, pow, pow. Everybody getting it. This so reminds me. I mean, I don't know who these guys are, but they're dead. I guess that's the president, dead. This guy dead. Secret Service, this guy dead. Got a sword to the chest. And this reminds me so much of the original Superman, where Zod is sitting in the chair of the White House. This is actually awesome. And again, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. And this is the same look as Superman that's in here. You still got everybody up in here. I love this scene. And she's just sitting there. Look at this. That's Hawk Girl. I don't know. I can't map out who that is in the back left-hand corner, but they're dead. All I know is dead. Whoever that is in the middle, dead. That looks like Wonder Woman, dead. I mean, I don't know who this is with a cape, with the hair back there on the stake, dead. You got Peacemaker missing a leg. You know what I'm saying? That most definitely does look like John Cena, though. They got that right. Batman. That looks like, what's his name from Peacemaker also. That's him, dead. So, Peacemaker looks like he's going to be a big... Is that Supergirl? You said that's Damian Wayne's Robin, too? That's who you think... that's my old boy from Peacemaker, though. That's Bruce, dead. The sake, and she's over here laughing. That's David Cornsweat's Superman with the trunks. So all of this is taken care of in present day. Is that Starfire? Or is this Wonder Woman? Right here on this side. Is that Starfire or Wonder Woman? I can't make out the that's Starfire. Because I'm looking at the red hair. So what I'm saying is, he said that's Supergirl. That was Supergirl on the what I couldn't see. So let's just say this: we already have a cast of characters that's already in this universe, right? Yeah, I it looks like lavender, the colors. So again, we already have established characters in this universe, right? That's all I'm saying, right? And this is why, and then you got the Superman with the cape flagging. Now, and I did see, and I'm gonna get back to the chat too, because I know Supergirl starts filming in January. Okay, cool. What I'm saying is, Vigilante. Yeah, that's Vigilante. What I'm saying is, I like the fact that in this universe, and I was just using this as an example, there's already an established universe with established characters. There's no need to just push somebody just because they're a girl. There's no need to just push somebody just because they're black. Just to say, look, there's no... What I'm saying is, James Gunn needs to nail this. There's no characters that needs to be pushed to push a number or a button or to look back at your numbers and say, do you got enough diversity hires? Did you get enough diversity? They don't need to change anyone to you don't need to change their race or their sexuality to push to push a DEI higher, because you already have all these characters established. You already have it, right? You already have it. There's more than 4 characters, high times, but I'm gonna let you add that, because you could be able to pull up. You could be able to pull up DCU black characters easily. Google it. Trust me, it's way more than that. But you don't need to be able to say, well, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to change this guy's character or race swap this character, gender swap this character just to be able to push something. You have a massive range of characters in this universe that you could be able to use. So you don't have to do that. Right? James Gunn just started his DC universe. But if you want it, if we want, I'm going to take high time. Just to be able to answer. You got Bumblebee that you could be able to introduce. You got you already got Mr. Terrific. You know, you could be able to bring out Icon. You could be able to have Static Shock. Right? You could be able to have Black Lightning. Right? They're establishing a universe. Right? Let them cook. You over here trying to taste the food before he even put it on the stove yet. Let them cook. Let him cook. There's way more characters that you could be able to have. Let him cook. So, like I was saying, you don't have to do it just for the sake of it. And if you do the character right, like with the Russo brothers did with Black Panther was so beneficial, right? Hold up, wait a minute. What you're not going to do is that you ask me to name off characters and then you say they're D-list. Either they're characters or they're not. Or here's something. Sorry, Roberta. You could shut the fuck up. That's what you could do. Either you go be here, you go listen, you chat, you can say what you want to, but I already got the mods in here. So if you go a little too far high times, you start getting into this trolling process because of what I'm saying, my mods already know what to do. So, good luck to you. Anyway, like I was saying, since these characters are already established, you got your guy over here for Peacemaker, right? That was a part of Amanda Waller's team and still a part of it, right? They're already there in this universe. I forgot Amanda Waller's sitting right here. Another main black character. But again, I digress. You already got these characters established. These characters are actually just playing characters, right? Race or nothing is ever brought up. Have you noticed the only time that they really brought up race since James Gunn has did his DCU movies wasn't Peacemaker because why? His daddy was a racist. That was it. Other than that, they wasn't trying to force, this idea. Amanda Waller's daughter being gay wasn't forced. It wasn't like, I'm gay every time. Well, you're saying this because I'm gay, or you're just doing this because I'm black. Nothing to do with that. They're just allowing people to be people. At the end of the day, you're just allowing these people to be the character to be a character, unless it's necessary for the story going, what the base of the story. This is why I wanted to bring up episode 4, because it was because, well, you could do the whole thing what they did in episode 3 when they killed all those neo-Nazis. That was awesome. I loved every minute of that. G.I. Robot, you went out like a G with that one. You know what I mean? But in here, Weasel was basically discriminated against just because of the way that he looked in this, right? That's the reason why DeBride beat the brakes off of him and got the food. But the reason why I like this episode so much is because Weasel was different. They wasn't making it obvious, like, oh my God. I mean, well, he's weird looking, right? He's weird looking. And he's around these children. And they told a story, which is I'm not going to lie. It was very heartbreaking because the children died while the cops was over here getting the weird guy. The guy that looked different. That is telling a story, right? About when you look different, how people treat you without being overt. Because you could put anybody, because we all have our prejudice, we all have our bigotry. We all do. Racism is different. If you stop me from getting a job That's well, that's the basis of racism in America. You stop me from progressing because of the color of my skin. That's racism. Saying saying derogatory things because of someone's, weight, you know what I mean? Someone's sexuality, that goes into bigoted territory. My personal opinion based on the definitions. Right? But in here, you could relate to the bigotry that the cops showed Weasel in this episode, because they don't know what he's doing. They just see a weird guy, you know what I'm saying? Messing around, hanging around these children, a weird monster. So they decided to shoot him up. That's telling a story within a story. And it didn't have to be overt. Is all I'm saying. Now, the biggest step of them all, Mr. Frankie Weenie over here, you know what I'm saying? Rick Flag Sr., because I had to bring that up. Rick Flag Sr., you know what I mean, was over here. He should have gave him two. He should have gave him two to his eyelids. Over there, destroying my house because you think I'm over here macking in your chick, Mr. Simp. You know what I mean? But, of course, Frankenstein is going to be a part of the Creature Commandos anyway. So, he's a part of one of the original, one of the squads anyway in the comics. But again, I'm skipping past this because, again, Weasel was telling he's telling this story while he sleep. He's sleep. They get ready to go kill the princess, and he said, and James Gunn is telling this story within his sleep of what happened to him. Somebody who don't know nothing about nothing. He just over here, not see the weird thing, but not the children over here with the booze and this open school and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about the actual children, just think about the weird stuff that's getting ready to go on. You know what I mean? And instead of going around, looking at the weird, the weird creature thing, the weird weasel looking thing, playing with the kids, he's not looking at why these kids gotta, seriously, why did these kids start a fight? You're looking at the weird thing and now say these kids is around a box that's on fire right now. Right? The thing that looks different is more important than the safety of these children. This is when you start talking about people's blindness when it comes to things that are different from them. Right? All these kids that or most of these kids are dead because of somebody's negligence, because they're not paying attention to the situation. They made a split decision based on their prejudice. And look what happened. Now he's over here trying to save kids, and these two idiots is over here trying to put bullet holes in his ass. Sorry, Roberta. Again, I'm sorry. But it's the truth. Right? They shot him up. And he's out here trying to save people. How many times have we seen this in the media that someone's not doing anything wrong and gets overtly shot? Again, telling the story within the story. And this was heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. This scene here was very I'm not going to lie. In a cartoon and all. Looking at kids that's trying to be saved in a cartoon, even though this is a cartoon, die like this because of someone's negligence, has to remind us of, before we make split decisions of what we don't know or what we don't understand, right? We got to look at the total situation at its totality. You know what I mean? This is the message, and this is what I said about the diversity and just letting characters be characters, right? And that was the end of this episode. Again, I wasn't going to go over a big reaction or whatever. This is to tell the story the way it needs to be told. Because if you're going to tell these stories about diversity, if you're going to make a new movie or a television show, and You want it to be diverse. You want a woman to be a lead, right? You want a black person, a black woman, a black male. You want somebody for the LGBT community to be a lead in this show, right? James Gunn did it well. Just in this episode and in the Superman trailer. Because remember, they were throwing, they threw a can of corn at Superman. Like, seriously, threw a can of corn. Superman? You throwing corn at Superman? Bounce off his head, think. Right? Maybe it's because he's an alien. We don't know. We don't know the reason why somebody decides to throw something at Superman. Right? Just in that clip, right? Now, in that clip, which I'm gonna just bring up so you guys so this can make sense. So I could just land my plane. Like we say in hold up, because this thing is rendering. So give me just a second so I can bring this up so we could just get to that scene real fast. Give me just a moment. Now, again, I don't know what brought these people to think that they could throw things at Superman, right? But how many times have we looked at things, or we've been propagated to be able to hate the things right here. This is the scene. And this, I swear to God, because I already had to do a protest because they hit me with the copyright for the Superman trailer. But right here, my man is winding up to throw corn or peaches or whatever. Just wind up. Can of peaches. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody is yelling at Superman. We don't know why that little girl is over here looking at the camera. Don't look at the camera, little girl. Look at Superman. Wonder why Superman getting corn thrown at his face or peaches, right? Everybody's yelling at him. All races, all people yelling at Superman, right? We don't know why, though. Maybe it's because he's an alien. Maybe it's not. We don't know. But haven't we been propagated to hate the things or don't like the things or be disingenuous with things that we know nothing about? We don't know these people, right? The reason why we're so hard at Tisa Talks, because look at the way she's propagating, her viewpoint, her opinion, to hate somebody or hate, certain people she don't know. The news, you go to Fox News, they're telling you to hate the Democrats. You go to CSNBC, they're telling you to hate the Republicans. You know what I mean? You go to the Young Turks, they're telling you to hate the to hate the Republicans. You go to some other, you go to some other site, the Daily Beast, they're telling you to hate the Democrats. The divide. You got some podcasters that saying that these modern black women ain't no good. Go get your passport, bro. Then you have the pink pill women that say, go ahead and diverse. These black men ain't nothing. And people fall into these categories blindly. Listen to what I'm saying. This is all good. Tisa tells, Tisa talks, Tisa whoever. Tisa tells lies. All this is going to make sense, right? They already force you to hate something. If you like this Superman, if you like James Gunn, you hate the Snyderverse. No, I don't. I just wish they would have did more. So now somebody else is going on. This is what happens. People get recast every day, son, except for Black Panther. That's who I got beef with. The people who read Black Panther. Right? But that's a legitimate reason. Right? It's legitimacy in that. I don't hate Marvel. I just want Marvel to do better. But we have all in our media stuff that haters propagate. If you are black, you know what I mean? And you so pro-black, you better not be talking to these white folks. If you really are strong, red-blooded American white person, you better not be hanging with no blacks. We already have a divide in our country. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. Right? And when you push and you propagate, just to say, well, I'm not racist. Here's my black friend. That's what DEI does. Right? Here's my black friend. Here's my gay friend. Here's this. Here's that. Here it is. We're not that. Matter of fact, I'll race swap this white guy because there's just way too many white people around in these comics. So I'll race swap them, even though this guy could be playing another character of the same color. James Gunn needs to nail this with the DCU. Because if he nails this with the DCU, what he's going to do, he's going to unite the people who have sitting around that are tired. You see them? Oh, man, this is, you know who I'm talking about. They're going around doing all this woke stuff again. I ain't had a hairline and, I ain't got my lining in 4 years because, man, all this stuff is so woke. I wish it wasn't so. If it wasn't so woke, I go back to Great Clips and get me a haircut because it's just woke. If they nail this, you ain't got nobody to, you ain't gonna hear that because the character's already established, already there. Right? Then you can focus on the characters. You can focus on the characters. Now you can, like I said, you can have a Static Shock in there and everybody like, why they got to do Static Shock? DC, you want your Miles Morales? Static Shock. You know what I mean? You already got Blue Beetle. Let him do his thing. Supergirl. Dope. Supergirl is way stronger than Superman. Just saying. Way stronger than Superman. Supergirl is dope. Now, you got to establish an established female superhero in your universe that ain't shoved down nobody's throat just because. And what he also needs to nail as a bonus before I wrap this up is that you ain't got to take a side character and make him something. A character nobody cares about. This ain't like Echo. You got plenty of characters to choose from. Do it. And nobody will blink an eye. You want to do Teen Titans and you want to have competition for the Young Avengers? Teen Titans is already there. And because people love Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go, bring that same team to live action. You think people ain't gonna watch that? Not the Titans that came out for WB or the what was that, the DC app? That was trash. Not that. You do it the right way, won't nobody blink an eye. And here's a novel idea. Marvel, right? They're already main characters. They're just expanded upon their characters more. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But what I don't want, let me sit side. Let me turn. Do you turn sideways? You know, all this wokeness. Even when I'm watching the Superman trailer. Let me show y'all in this. Show y'all in this Superman trailer, y'all. All this wokeness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Black man yelling at the white man. Woke. Look at this. I bet they'll call her a Karen right now. All this wokeness. Look at it. They got the black guy over here. The young black guy. He got his arms folded. He probably a part of that community. He probably woke. Right here. All this wokeness. Woke. They know America's not like this. This is woke. I'm sick of this. And then you gonna have the old white guy gonna throw a can at the white Superman, the white hero. See, we know good white folks won't do that. We know good white folks will never do that. Boy, when is the days where good white folks, you know, Dookie smell like pine sol and lemon pledge and good old American pie and all of that. Oh, the white man's love would never throw a can of peaches to a white Superman. Oh, praise white Jesus. I need to stop before he come after me. Oh my God. I can't stand that dude. Anyway. I'm not trying to call that brother Uncle Ruckus. Hey, if you know what episode of the Boondocks I'm talking about, where the Uncle Ruckus show, when he said that the white man's dookie smelled like lemon pledge and his pee is like sprinkling pine water or something stupid. Okay. So the white man needs his meat raw. They call it tartar. White man just got a better liver. But anyway, I need to stop doing that dude like that. I need to stop doing that dude like that. For real. I need to stop doing that dude like that for real. But yeah. Let me see. I got high times. I had more viewers than that. Because not all of my viewers are sitting up here on YouTube, but let that brother cook, man. Is that what he wants to do? You know what? Would people say stuff like this, or he comes in and where's it is? He says stuff like that. I don't care. I don't. Because these same people cannot do this, work 11-hour shifts, come and do an hour-long podcast, right? Stream, which we all know YouTube does not push streams unless you're already established. They just don't. And this is still my platform. Still my shit. Sorry, Roberta. And I don't care. It could be 20 people. It could be 1,000 people. It doesn't matter. It could be 10,000 people here. If I ran across that same thing that dude said, I would say the same thing. It don't matter. Don't matter. Because people don't know how hard it is to be a YouTuber. Yeah, they don't. So they come in here and talk stuff, but they don't have their own platforms. So I don't care. I really don't. But all y'all that was in here, I know my cousin Manute is up in here. He said, "Release your trolls." He knows how I feel about Tyra. That's my cousin, blood cousin. He knows how I feel about people like Mr. Magnus, that all they do is what they do and won't even make anything new. Matter of fact, before I go, let me show y'all something. This is when you know that you're in trouble. Let me see. Hold on. Going backwards. Let me see if I still got it up in here, because I took a screenshot of this and I thought this was hilarious. Let me just share this real quick. See what I'm saying? Grand Theft Auto woke, just went woke. Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Grand Theft Auto. This is what I'm talking about. On my soul. This is why. And look at his head. You see what I mean? No, I did see his stuff. I don't follow this dude. I got this off of Twitter or X Twitter, Twitter X, Elon's app that he bought. But you see what I'm saying? Look at seriously. Grand Theft Auto. Matter of fact, now you make me want to like what Grand Theft Auto. Out of anything in the world, Grand Theft Auto. Oh snap! Grand Theft Auto is woke. It's woke, y'all. I can't take it. Like seriously. Matter of fact, now I kind of want to look at it real quick, and then I'm done. Then I'm done. Cause like I said, I don't want to have to. Like it's no way in the world that I would want to. This is what I want to do. Hold up. Oh yeah, and I did see Craven the Hunter. Trash. He's not even gonna hold you. Trash. Hold up. Let me just share my screen. All right. Let me share. I'm gonna stop being petty. I'm gonna stop being petty. Is this a S curl on his head? I just want to know. Is that an S curl? All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Is this what is going? Hold up, because I'm just looking at his haircuts. He so we know in the last from 1 month ago, in the last 11 days, he had a haircut. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Now, remind you, he talked about my boys. He talked about my boy's haircut, right? He talked about my boy's haircut, and yeah. Oh yeah, the K Dynasty. I'm getting ready to go. Okay, this is the reason why that I haven't done it yet. Is that I wanted to I want to reach out to say he must have. I want to reach out to make sure that is legitimate, Junior. That that's the key. I'm waiting to talk to the man to make sure that's legitimate, and if he wants me to speak on it. That's what I don't want to do it. And he's like, I don't have no idea what that is. You know what I mean? Just because that people know they associate me with Jonathan, I don't want to do it. It'd be like, yeah, without talking to him and say, hey, yo, is there any legitimacy in this whatsoever? If not, I'm not going to talk about it because it'll be a waste of time. But if it is, I want to speak on it, not on his behalf. Let me say it like this, not on his behalf, that this what it could have been and how impactful he could have been in, within that character. Right. But again, if I was Jonathan right now, I'll be talking to James immediately. Immediately. You know what I mean? If I was him. And next time I get a chance to rap with him, like, yo, call James. Like, dude, call him. You know what I mean? See what he's talking about. But that's the reason why, Junior. You know what I mean? And I did see that. He hasn't told me anything. And again, if he lets me know, yo, big news, and I can share it, I'll share it. You know what I mean? But I don't want to speak on his behalf. And let me preference that. I'm not speaking on Jonathan Major's behalf. That man already has a publicist for that. So I'm not speaking on his behalf. Matter of fact, I even reached when everybody was inboxing me. You know what I mean? Was like, yo, Magazine Dreams is coming out March the 25th. I still hit him up and said, is this true? And then he hit me up with the facts. I was like, all right, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to associate what I say with him and think that it's coming because me and him is cool, that this is his thoughts. His thoughts is not my thoughts. For one, I don't want that kind of smoke. And number two, I don't want nobody to try to go back and say nothing or reach out to him or whatever. This is my own thoughts, my own everything. But if I reach out, he tells me something that I can be able to share. Besides, the last time I did talk to him, I would just say this before I go. The last time I talked to him, he is very thankful. Let me just say this. This is out the man's own mouth. He is very thankful for everybody that has supported him, especially through my platform. My platform is not big. You know what I'm saying? It's not big yet. But he is very thankful for everybody who is supporting him through my platform. He said he loves y'all and he's very thankful for you guys. And he can't wait to show you what he has coming up, because he's so excited about Magazine Dreams, y'all. He is super excited and he can't wait. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing from that man's mouth that I can repeat that he has told me the last time I talked to him. He's just thankful. He's like, God bless you guys. Thank you. That's it. You know what I mean? And he hopes you guys, go out and see Magazine Dreams, because he said he put his heart and soul into that. And I just seen the clips of him flexing and all of that. Dog. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what the psyche, if it's going to be like Taxi Driver, I'm most definitely in. Most definitely in. So that's all I'm going to say about that. It's coming out on your birthday. That's dope. That is dope. Yeah, it's okay. So, if Kobe Domingo is like brother Dr. Voodoo, I'm good. I'm good. I just want them to wrap up with Giant This started, and then reboot this whole entire thing. Honestly, who wants to be white so bad? I'm confused. Who are you talking about? Icon is perfect. Is Jonathan? That's written all over him. That is written all over him. What's up, Deron? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Why, my brother? Yeah, I'm confused too. Like, who wants to be white so bad? Me, or maybe Tyrone? I don't know. He said, I'll be 26 on July 11, 2025. That's your birthday. That's dope. A happy future birthday to you. God, I'm old. I just looked at your birthday, like I started doing the math, like, oh, jeez. Getting old. I'm getting up there. Yes, most definitely. So hold on. Trying to, yeah, and like I said, I'm a get that. Let me see. Is that I joined that trash side of reaction community in a day. I would. Why? There's no, when I start doing the Dre Mac reactions, you know what I mean? I'm not doing the reactions of, well, I don't give a, like, I gotta call out stuff when I call it out based on, not because it's woke. I hate that. Black people, stop using that. If you're not saying it's woke because we're enlightened, we're awakened to the things that we've been suppressed in our lives, stop using that. Stop using it how they use it. Stop that. I hate that. Like, with a passion, I hate that. Bro, I'm so glad I'm not the only one that's the only one. This is what I do feel, that these people are taking this woke narrative grifting too far. Extremely too far. Because I couldn't be that miserable. And it's man, been the most anticipated game for the last 4 years. Grand Theft Auto have a joke to woke. Your time info energy. Thank you, brother Gilman. Thank you. I could do it. I could not do it. And oh, is it Amazon? Oh man, dog. Yeah, y'all come to my house at least once a week. Yeah. What up, Kid Gravity? He said B1 Knight Rider. Check it. That's what I'm talking about. I do need to watch that video. We're the I'm on this. I'm on 11-hour shifts. We're getting ready to go through shutdown, and then I'm on 12-hour shifts. So I swear I'm gonna try to get to it and try to react to it. I have to work. I work this whole. Matter of fact, I don't have a day off until Christmas. So I would try to get to it as soon as possible. I swear. And I did too. Yeah, I did too. It's actually my birthday is February 4th, but I'll be 26 when the movie comes out, and I'm hyped for the Superman movie finally coming out of the comic book. That's what's up. Saudi 3 was. I wish I would have seen that last night. I wish I would have seen that last night. I fell asleep all through Craven. The movie was boring. I feel so bad for whatchamacallit too. I feel so bad for him. For Aaron Taylor Johnson. I feel bad for him. Just being real. But you already know what time it is.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Yeah, let me start wrapping it up with all my 20 viewers. All my 20 viewers. Right now, I have a total of 43. 39 watching on YouTube, 4 on X. This all good. Who's coming in the morning watching this stuff? You guys, and that's why I fool with you guys. Most definitely. All right, let me hurry. Let me write this. Aaron Taylor Johnson may recover with 28 years later. Yes. Erica D, you have a good. I hope you enjoyed your birthday too. All right, let me go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Enjoy you guys this Friday. Where is my outro at? I might see y'all tomorrow for a Cup Food Cinema Saturday. Where's the outro at? Let me get up out of here so this forehead can breathe. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.